Hey everybody, Michelle from Seams Like Quilting here. Just got done with a big long reset weekend at the shop. We had an end of bolt sale. It went really well. Thank you all very, very much for that. But the October samples that we talked about in our last sample video went really well. I dropped everything off. Everything got done. So you'll be seeing those in the shop. The ones that are quilted and bound already are actually already up. The Arctic Tail kit should be ready to roll in about a week here. The Shaw backpack kit will be ready to roll. The only one that still needs to be quilted is the flannel, because I wanted Heart and Sew, Danielle with Heart and Sew, to quilt the flannel. I didn't think my domestic was quite up to it. So that one's being done. That's the Winter Garden from Lewis and Irene, and then that kit will be ready as well. And so in the meantime, we look forward to, I just got back from the shop and I have all of this new stuff to make more. Gotta keep it rolling, gotta make more. So, what are we working on? Well, the first is this, fantastic table runner from Carried Away. Carried Away Quilting, we did a like a tabletop thing, a small project for the Wisconsin Shop Up, and it went gangbusters. So we're going to be doing more kits that are kind of smaller kits, like table toppers, table runners, bed runners, things like that. And we absolutely loved this kind of just 2-color, super simple runner. But we were having a little bit of a disagreement over whether we wanted to do it in green or red. So we will be doing the Carried Away Snowbound, it's called Snowbound, table runner. And we will be doing it in these gorgeous diamond textile chambrays. This is the Kent chambray in, I think it's called cream. And then this is, this red. It's really hard to describe how beautiful and rich this red looks. It's got this like faded vintage denim-y vibe to it because of the yarn dye, this woven fabric. It's been a while since we've talked about diamond textiles, but we really love having it in the shop, and it's easy to overlook, but it's a fantastic weight of fabric for quilting, but it also works really well for apparel, for bags, for all kinds of things. So don't overlook it when you're visiting us. The diamond textiles is just beautiful fabric. And so we're going to be doing the Snowbound in this cream and red. But we got into a little disagreement over, it's Christmas is coming. Do we want one in red and green? And it's like, meh, the red and green isn't going to really sit into the pattern that well. So what we decided to do was a 2-sided sample. So we're going to make it in red and cream, but then we're also going to make it in green and cream, this gorgeous like huntery olive green and cream. And then we're just going to make it double-sided. And that way we'll kit it up in red and we'll kit it up in green, and you can decide if you want red or green in your winter table runner. So we're really excited about that. That's Snowbound from Carried Away with the diamond textiles. And then we have this beautiful collection, new from Cloud9, called Woodland Creatures. I've talked about it before. We mentioned it on the channel. I mean, how sweet are these little mice? See, hello. I got to keep this away from my snake. He might think that they're food. But we've got these great foxes. This mushroom print is just to die for. And this beautiful kind of like chartreuse golden color. This window pane plaid, or this plaid has these little flowers on it. The deer are super sweet. We've got leaves. We've got all kinds of fun stuff. So Woodland Creatures. And then what we often do with collections, so this one we're going to make with we're going to make the Greta quilt from Kitchen Table Quilting. This is a new pattern designer for us. We only got a few from them because neither one of us have actually done a pattern by this person yet. So that's why we're making a sample of it right away, because we want to just get a feel for the pattern, get a feel for the instructions, so that if you're in the shop and you're asking, is this pattern, good for a beginner? Is it something that we can follow? The pattern gets great reviews, so don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic experience, but we like to experience the pattern designers ourselves so that we can make strong recommendations for you guys. So the Greta quilt is what we are doing with Woodland Creatures, But the controversy here, you would think it was into like the background fabric or something like that. But the controversy here was just the fabrics that go with the woodland creatures. So we picked 3 fabrics. Now, when we add in fabrics to a sample, to a collection, we're always looking for we've got some characteristics of the fabric that in mind. This is a new blender from PB Textiles that we're testing out. It's from their Jewel line, and they have this like gingham, and then they also have like a almost like a watercolor wash with like these circle bubbly looking things on it. I think that's going to be the winner, is the circly bubbly looking things, but this gingham I think is super cute, and it works really, really well with the collection. And then we have Deco Stitch, which is another popular blender that we have. This one's from Art Gallery, and we keep Deco Stitch in probably about 12 colors, from denim blue to black to a bunch of different neutrals. I think Deco Stitch makes a fantastic blender and a fantastic background. And in this case, it's just another highlighted fabric. And then we also have this kind of peach tone on tone. This is from a camping collection that we had last summer, and we had a bunch of this left over. So we wanted to put it in here because it works really well, I think, with the group, with the whole collection. But Mom and I had a little disagreement over that. So if you like it, be sure to give this video a comment or a thumbs up, and then I can tell her how right I was. So that'll be fun. But yeah, just kidding. That's the Greta quilt with woodland creatures. We're going to be working on that one here in the next few days as well. And then the last one, this is not a new collection, and you might be looking at it going, what do you mean it's not a new collection? I was just in the store like 3 weeks ago and I didn't really see it. So this is Sugar Maple, and this is a Ruby Star Society collection, and the designer is Alexia Marcella Abig, and I think I'm saying that right, Abig. And I really love this collection. Mom and I both fell in love with this when we saw it at market, but it's been on the shelf for a little bit, and it just hasn't gotten the kind of love that we thought it should have. When we first got it, we did make a sample with this, with the Hello Spring pattern from Pen and Paper, and that sold well, but really, I think our mistake was it's a large collection, and that pattern only used probably 5 or 6 prints out of the collection. So we've decided to make a new kit with Sugar Maple because there's some cool new stuff coming out from Ruby Star, and we really want it for the shop, but I can't put that much more shelf space over to Ruby Star if we still have this on the shelf. So we're going to be doing the Coach House Design confetti pattern with this Ruby Star collection called Sugar Maple, and I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to look great, and I think people are really going to respond to it, and the collection's going to fly. So that's you never know what something's going to do when you first start, but I'm really excited for the opportunity to try one more with this collection, and I think we've hit on a winner. Yeah, isn't this a great stripe? We're using this for the border and the binding. And then just a big plug out, I don't think blenders get enough love, and we work really hard to have cool blenders. This is Paparazzi. I know it's really hard to see. Hold on, let me see. You can see it. We have this in a bunch of colors. I absolutely love this as a blender. It's just a really small tonal polka dot, but man, is it cute. And stylistically, it fits in like traditional piecing, but it also really fits in modern quilts. And so I really like this one. This is a fantastic one. And one of the things that you may have noticed, we've been fussing around with the website a little bit. If you're on our website, you can now shop all the blenders together. There's a page for blenders. So if you're in fabric, in the fabric menu, there's just a page for the blenders. Another way of saying blenders is basics. And we have probably about 8 lines of blenders that we have in different colors, from Glaze, from Andover. We've got Deco Stitch from Art Gallery, like we talked about. We've got Paparazzi. There's a few from there's a couple from Felicity. There's just a lot of options. We really work hard to have cool ones, so that they're not just an afterthought in your quilt. You can be really thoughtful with the blender, or with the kind of basics. So that's what we're going to be working on for the next Honestly, I'm supposed to have them done in a week, but I will not. So that's what we're going to be working on for the next couple of weeks before the holidays start. And so please stay tuned. The bingo shop hop is coming up. So we're hoping to have these out. We've got half packs being launched, and we're actually going to start with Facebook Live. So watch the event space on Facebook, and you will get an invitation to our first Facebook Live. I think it's going to be November 7th. So we will talk with everybody soon, and thank you very much.